No, I have a hand over. All right, so I'm really excited that you guys are here. This is kind of this really amazing thing that we're doing right now. Basically, you know, what we're looking to accomplish in this is to have live interaction with people, basically about the industry and you know how to make it, the do's, the don'ts, the behind the scenes, all of that, you know, good stuff. And so I'm really glad that you guys are all here. You all know me. I'm Dallas Lovato. Hello. And I'm going to turn over the floor to my lovely friend here.
Okay.
That's rocking that beat.
My name's Adriano Masciarelli. I'm one of the founders of Behind the Grind. And Dallas actually, 3 days ago? 3 days ago asked me to come and speak with you guys and be a guest speaker. Yeah. And
sorry.
I'm like, done deal. I'm in. I'm sold.
Yeah, literally. I didn't even have to finish my sentence, and he was like, I'm there.
But it's a pleasure for me to be here. It's a pleasure for me to actually speak to you guys and talk to you guys about the industry and you know, the pitfalls in the industry. And you guys are well taken care of with this girl. I mean, you know, when we first met, I actually met her through a woman that she's known a better part of her life, Linda Septian. And
amazing vocal coach, by the way.
Yes. And you know, right off the bat, when we were having conversations about, you know, the business as well as educating the youth coming in, we were on the same page. And I was like, okay, I'm very excited to work with this girl because it's very difficult to speak to people that are already in the industry and kind of get them excited about educating the youth, because everybody's all about advancing their career. Nobody wants to turn back to the people that are actually stepping up and basically literally behind the grind, grinding every single day and getting yourself out there and marketing yourself. It's very difficult. So when I started, you know, creating this platform, I knew right off the bat it's going to be an educational platform, but I didn't know where the home was going to be. Now I got a live feed here and I have a live feed here, and it's an
Everybody
app
say hi.
Hi. And it's an app called Hang With. Now Hang With is kind of a bigger version than Periscope, and what it is I'm utilizing this as a content creator for people that are in the industry, whether celebrity or not, that are seasoned, to come on our channel and to talk to people like you, people that can actually get a response back instead of it having to be a one-way conversation. So I'm happy to be here tonight, and I'm going to kick it off with her because I know that she wants to kind of do the intro here.
So basically, the way that things are going to kind of play out today is I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and, you know, what it is that I do and things like that. And then I will turn the floor back over. We're just going to play a game of ping pong here, you know?
It's the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right? And then I'm going to have all of my lovely students do some of their scenes that they've prepared or monologues. And I would like, you know, for you to kind of give some feedback. We'll both speak on feedback and things like that. So basically, I'm Dallas. I'm 27, about to be 28. Oh, I don't like saying that.
I just turned 30.
Oops. And I've been in and around the entertainment industry all my life. The first few years of my life were on my mom's tour bus. She was a country singer. She opened up for George Strait, Reba McEntire, after she was Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. And yeah, so we just traveled all across the United States, and Canada, and it was fun. It was awesome. My mom would bring me up on stage, and I would sing and I would dance, and then my dad would take me around and have me pass around a cowboy hat for tips, and it was really it was really fun. So I started singing when I was really little, and then I started doing beauty pageants. And the system that I did was called Cinderella, and they were really about scholarship and interview, talent, things like that. But really kind of being a very well-rounded young lady. And so my sister and I, Demi, the first year we competed, we ended up winning state, and then we got the opportunity to travel all across Texas mostly. And we would perform, and I remember the first time that I had a pageant, though, I was so nervous because I hadn't really sang in front of people in a really long time, and I was so nervous that I wrote the lyrics to on my hand with a Sharpie, and I was so nervous that my palms started sweating, and it just looked like this big black blob. It was so embarrassing, and I was shaking, and I was nervous, and but I ended up sticking with it, and ended up going on to winning state, and I competed internationally and won a couple titles there, and it was great. It was a great foundation for basically learning how to lose gracefully, how to be supportive. The camaraderie there was amazing. It also taught me stage presence, how to interview, how to speak to people without being nervous, and so it was a really good foundation. Well, in doing that, in doing the pageants, I met someone who introduced me to my very first acting coach in Dallas. Her name was Catherine Sullivan, and she's amazing. And she taught me almost everything I know about how to act and really what it takes to, be young talent in the industry. But so after meeting her, Demi and I started working with her, and she realized that she was like, "What is your last name?" And I was like, "Lovato." She was like, "Is that Italian or Hispanic?" I was like, "Thanks." She was like, "Okay, I have an agent that I want you to meet." And so she introduced us to my first agency, which was the Kim Dawson Agency in Dallas. I started working there, and almost immediately I started booking like every TV commercial and voiceover, that came across the table. And for a while, it was great. I thought, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing, and it was. But people started kind of wondering, well, why is Dallas booking everything? And instead of me kind of getting a big head about it and being like, yeah, I'm amazing, can't touch me, I really kind of stepped back, and I asked myself, well, why is it that I'm booking? What are the things that I'm doing that other people aren't doing? And so I from an early age, I started understanding that this was a business, and it wasn't just about going to an audition, handing them your headshot and resume, you do your thing, they say thank you, okay, bye, and you leave. There's so much more to it than that. And that's one thing that I really want to, stress to, anybody that wants to be in this industry is it's not just about being famous. There's so many other avenues and so many other areas that you can really shine in. And, and really you can, if you just love the art of acting and you love coming to class every week, you love getting your scripts, you love going home, you love dissecting the character, then things are gonna be really well for you. You will never not feel happy. It's not just about the money. It's that's nice, but not just about that. There are so many other things about this business that are beautiful and amazing, and there are also some things that are very scary as well. And very not fun. So my goal in doing this is to help show you guys and help kind of guide you and navigate through this really scary business, because it can be. One story that I kind of like to tell people is my Taco Tuesday story. Have you guys heard that?
I haven't heard that.
Okay, all right. So for a while, I was booking TV commercials, voiceovers, and that was great, but I wasn't really booking a lot of other things. So growing up, I decided, well, I want to be a cheerleader, I want to be popular, I want to flirt with boys, which was great, but I'm telling you, if you guys follow that, you will be making a very big mistake, because I look back on that and go, really? Oh, that was so not, no, this would have been so much better to sink my teeth into. But I was feeling a little uninspired. And so I decided that the very next audition I got, I was going to put my everything into it. Just so happened that the very next audition I got had like 6 lines. It was a girl named Carly, and she was a bubbly cheerleader. Like, well, maybe I should wait till the next one. No, I already made up my mind. That's already what I'm going to do. So the second I got my script, I, of course, read the breakdown. I did my research on, which you guys should all be doing, by the way, if you have auditions, research the writer, director, producer, what they've done, what networks they work on. If it is for a certain network, if it's for a certain TV show, research what shows are popular. Why are they popular? Is there a certain comedic style that they're following? So that was the very first thing I did. And then I read my character breakdown, my description. And I highlighted all the words that really stood out, the key words and things like that. The very next thing what I did was I flipped over my page, my script. Well, I read my script. And I paid attention to the direction, and the very next thing I did was I made a list of about 50 words that described that character. Things that I just kind of made up, because in acting, you're developing another human being that has not been done yet. Sometimes it's based on a character, a real life, person, but a lot of times you're bringing life and you're breathing life into a character that the writer had a vision for. And so I wrote a list of 25 to 50, or I think it was about 25 to 50 words, and then I went through my closet and I picked out a wardrobe that only Carly would wear. Then I made an iTunes playlist of Carly's favorite songs. Then I even I drew out a map of Carly's room and what it looked like. I got so lost in this character that when I went to the audition, I left and I forgot who I was. One thing that I did, though, the reason why it's called the Taco Tuesday story, I'm a little ADD if you guys haven't noticed, every Tuesday my friends would come over and we would make tacos or sometimes other things, but we still called it Taco Tuesday. And I was really working on this character. I was getting really, really invested in it. And so when they came over, I was like, okay, I know you guys know that I'm an actor, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, there's this part that I really want, so Carly's going to come and hang out with you guys, and Dallas is going to leave. First, they were like, what? That is so weird. But after a while, after they started warming up and started asking me questions, then it kind of got to be a game. They're like, so, does Carly have a boyfriend? And, I got to answer as a character. That was further character development, which was amazing. And when I went to the audition, I went in, they were like, that was absolutely amazing. I was like, thank you, same old, you leave. And then I went to the bathroom and I just started crying. And it was like this cry, it was like a great, like a beautiful release of, it almost felt like I was mourning the death of an old friend or restarting a new chapter in my life. And part of it was that I was just really proud of myself. But all of those things wrapped into the one, I swear, if I could just bottle that up and sell that as a drug, literally there would be no more drug addicts on the street. They would just be actors. Because it felt so great. And I splashed water on my face, and I remember walking out, and as I turned to leave, I looked in the mirror and I realized I don't remember who Dallas Lovato is. I have no idea. I went to go get my nails done, like the next day. Couldn't remember what color nail polish Dallas liked. It was a really strange and beautiful, unique experience. And that's something that I hope to, kind of instill in all of you guys, that excitement and that love and that passion for just the art of acting and becoming and being. Also, I've also done a lot of music as well. I've done several shows all over the United States and things like that. And growing up in a family of entertainers, we actually, all of us, we wear different hats, and I think that's beautiful. My dad didn't start out in the industry. He was a car salesman, but now he was my sister's music manager, and now he's managing another artist out of Mexico. His name is George Navarro, and he's a country singer, and it is so crazy because he's very Hispanic, but then when he opens up his mouth to sing, he sounds just like George Strait. It's so crazy. Like, you would expect him to have an accent when he sings, and he kind of does. It's really cute. But he's absolutely amazing. So my dad's doing that. My mom, all of you moms that are entertainment moms, that's a job in itself. And so, my mom started off, kind of co-managing us, and now she's an author. She's writing a book, about the entertainment industry and, our experiences and things like that. And then, my sister, Demi, she's a multi-platinum recording artist. She's absolutely incredible. Singer, actor, she does it all. Has a skincare line, kind of cool. It actually works. It's really amazing. Devon by Demi. And then, yeah. And then my sister Madison De La Garza, she was an actress. She started off playing Eva Longoria's sister on Desperate Housewives, And now she's a circus performer as well. She does aerial gymnastics. She's amazing. And now she actually just wrote a TV show. You know, she's working on literally every word from it is, you know, it's hers. And, you know, she's going to be starring in it and everything. She's amazing, and she has a beautiful voice too. You know, so we didn't just start out as you know, this kind of family. My mom did, you know, but it all kind of came to be like this big family thing, you know, that we have grown to love, and we don't know anything else. And I'm so glad that our lives have taken that direction, because it's brought us so much closer as a family and as like a working unit. You know, we work together, we live together, you know, we make jokes with each other. You know, we're ridiculous, we're crazy. You know, so it can be a really amazing thing too. But yeah, so that's kind of who I am. Oh, I'm an acting coach, duh. It's kind of the number one thing I do. Yeah, so I've been coaching for a really, really long time now. I coached Madison and put her on tape for Desperate Housewives. I worked with Selena Gomez, my sister Demi, Amber Montana on Haunted Hathaways. You know, I've worked with a lot of young talent, and that's kind of my forte is working with young talent, but I also work with adults and little tiny kids as well. I had the cutest little boy yesterday. His name is Jackson, and he's 6, and he's so cute. He has like this little lisp. It's adorable. So yeah, so that's like my main thing. I also producing the show that Madison is doing, or I'm sorry, directing. And I also act as well, do a lot of voiceover and things like that. So that's kind of me and who I am. Do you guys have any questions? No.
You're great, Dallas.
Oh, thank
Looking at me now?
you. Yeah.
All right, what do you want me to say? About me?
Yes.
Oh, this is a long story. Get your Diet Cokes. No, I started out in the business. One of my cousins has been in the industry for a long time and worked for a high-profile celebrity. And right when I was getting out of high school, I was either college or get a job. That's how it is in Boston. You either go to college or you're a construction worker. And I really took a keen interest in the business. And I acted in independent films, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to write myself a movie. And I wrote a movie called Irish Whisper, and we had basically no budget to the film, but I had people from The Sopranos and The Fighter in it. I mean, I got favors pulled everywhere because the script was great. I really believed in my writing at that time, and other people did as well. And after experiencing that firsthand, that was film school to me. You know, producing and writing your own film, and then even acting in it, and getting to work with guys like John Fury, Erica McDermott, and Melissa McMeekin that were in The Fighter, and Mickey O'Keefe. He played opposite Mark Wahlberg in The Fighter. He played the cop in the cop role. Working with those guys, it was amazing. It was like, oh my God, I think I got something here. And right after that, it went to a bunch of media outlets. ABC plugged it for us. It was really cool. In the budget, now I can say it, but the budget was only $2,000. It was insane. But, you know, I pulled a lot of favors, and I got a lot of people that believed in my project. And then after that, I was smooth sailing. I was like, okay, I'm moving to LA. Let's see what happens. And I moved out in 2012, and you know, then I got to see the real industry in itself. You know, how it is on a daily basis, how they operate out here. Very different from the independent film community back east. And then right after that, I produced a reality show, as well as I did a segment. I helped produce a segment for Dr. Phil, which was hilarious. It was very interesting. And then I just got, you know, basically to the grind of things. I recently just wrote a script called The Company You Keep, which Dallas Lovato is one of the stars in. I have Johnny Messner in it, and a visual artist, Maura Borelli, which is one of the top visual artists in Hollywood. He actually, at the age of 21, Francis Ford Coppola flew him from Italy to here, and he lived with Francis Ford Coppola, and he did the Godfather with him. And then after that, he did Planet of the engaged. I mean, right now he's doing Star Wars. So he's an unbelievable illustrator,
He's
an unbelievable
incredible,
director.
absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable. And he's Italian just like me, so we got,
Amy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're all Italian. So, Italian food. It's got cannoli after this. And then right after that, I'm working on this project called Behind the Grind, which is now on a live feed right now. And it's an educational platform for people that are trying to come into the industry. And it's not only a live feed of one direction conversation, it's a two-way conversation where both artist and talent can engage with us. So I'm very excited about this platform. Hang With has been great. Yeah, I'm going to plug you guys.
Yeah.
You know, the people over at Hang With are unbelievable. The first time I sat down with one of the marketing guys, Mason, you know, he said to me, your content is the reason why we developed this application. Because in the beginning, social media was supposed to be for everybody, where everybody can engage in conversation with each other, from talent to football player to, you know, surgeon. And it got lost in translation out of all these years. So this platform is, we're not trying to be the heroes here, but we're trying to revamp social media a little bit with this platform.
I think you look really good in a cape, though.
A what?
I think you look really good in a cape, though.
Speaking, actually, you know what? Going back to what Dallas said about her being a certain character, when I wrote Irish Whisper, oh my God, how old was I? Jeez, I'm getting old. Those are my early 20s.
He is not even old.
I'm old, 30, I feel old. I know, my knees are starting to hurt. I played hockey all my life, and now it's coming back to me. When I wrote Irish Whisper, my mother came to my condo, and I'm pacing back and forth like a madman, creating one character, and then another, and they're communicating with each other. And my mom's like, I think you need to see a therapist. Are you bipolar? These are signs of bipolar behavior. And I can understand where you're coming from because, you know, a certain amount of my family members, I mean, everybody has a family member that's the apple of the tree. And I've had a certain amount of those in the family. One being gangsters. I have gangsters in the family as well as business owners. So in my writing, I kind of created some characters in friends and family and made it into a story and things that I've seen. I mean, you know, growing up in Boston, you know, it's very tough. And especially when you're the only Italian in an Irish neighborhood. It was amazing. But Boston's got a really good feel to it, and there's a lot of really good stories coming out of it. You got The Departed, The Town. My cousin was Leonardo DiCaprio's consultant on The Departed, which was amazing seeing that set transform. I mean, it was a great movie. It was unbelievable because, you know, seeing Leo basically walk and talk like my cousin was insane. Like he's like, and the Boston accent's kind of like, you know, the way I'm talking, like, but a little deeper. So Leo's like sitting there, he's like, yeah, we're gonna go down here, you know, get a couple hoagies, like, and I'm like, oh my God, this kid's a Southie boy. He's an Irish, like South Boston project kid, like, oh my God, and he was like, oh my God, this kid's amazing. It's just like Christian Bale. I mean, when he did The Fighter, I mean that was a Boston-based film. He killed it, and to be a character and just not reading lines, but developing that and being that character in a sense, it kind of gets to you in a way. But once you can capitalize on that, once you can find that character in you, it's going to be smooth sailing for you, I think.
Yeah.
It's something. It's like riding a bike almost. You know, Christian Bale doesn't have to, you know, basically be like, okay, I got to study this. He's already got it because he's already studied it. I mean, a lot of these, when you're doing a character such as, you know, like somebody that has bipolar or has some sort of disease, actors study that. Dallas studied that. I mean, Dallas has studied that. You know, I have to be this character. I got to be the.
One thing that Catherine, like I remember coming to class one day, and this was when I was like 13 or 14, and we were doing improv, and she said, okay, so I want you're gonna have cerebral palsy, you are a heroin addict who is also a sociopath, and you're being interrogated for murder. Go. And I was like 14, you know, and so it's about studying, it's about developing, you know, it's not as easy as just walking in there, and it gets boring after you just take a look at a script and you read it and you memorize it, and then you kind of put your own little spin on it, and then you leave. You know, that gets really old after a while. Nobody would want to do that for the rest of their life. You know, this is a choice. You know, this is a privilege to have the opportunity, you know, at your fingertips, especially, you know, with Hang With, you know, to have such a beautiful gift to be able to tap into and kind of learn how to harness that even deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, you wonder how, you know, so many great actors out there, you know, like Meryl Streep is my favorite actress, you know, and you wonder how she gets to these places that she gets at, you know. Well, you know, everybody has their own process, you know, but luckily now, especially with technology, you know, and the growth of that, you're able to do research. For example, you know, I had a voiceover audition the other day, and you know, it had a certain accent. So what I did was I went to YouTube, typed the accent, watched a couple of tutorials. It took me 5-10 minutes. I learned an accent, and I was ready to go out the door. You know, just like that. It's so beautiful, and it's such an amazing thing that technology has done to be able to have everybody have that opportunity to find that. You know, there's so many people out there that I meet that I think, gosh, they would be a great actor. You know, I have somebody in my class actually, you know, was not even planning on being an actor. I don't know if this person would like me to say who or not. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, this is Abby, and she's Madison's one of Madison's best friends. And Abby would come over all the time and just make us laugh. And you know, I was like, wow, you know, you really should take my class. And you know, sure enough, after talking to her for a little bit, and you know, her family and everything, she decided it would be a good idea to kind of take the class to, you know, kind of get out of her shell and stuff, and tell them about your experience so far as a new actor.
Well, I just think that it's truly because of you, and like just like the way you really like brought me into it was so beautiful and like welcoming, and like no, I'm very serious about it. It's something that's really helped me. Just getting out of my shell. You're right. It has helped me, and I really like it. But I'm like still like so new, but
you're very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
No, but it's really like I couldn't have done it with any other coach. Like with that, I'm serious, and I'm not just doing it because acting it's very fun for me. I don't even care about like anything like if I ever do acting like other than in class, but you know, it's just something that I look forward to like every week.
Yeah. Thank you, Abby. I'm big about you. That's the thing. It's like there's so many people out there that may be born with a certain gift or a certain talent, and she really is one of the best comedians. You know.
Oh my God.
I've had the chance to work with for sure. You know, but the thing is
maybe you
know,
can make my father laugh. He's miserable right now. He's watching.
But that's the thing. Like, there's so many people out there that, you know, I would hope to see would have the opportunity to do something with their dream, even if it's just you know, sitting, you know, in a classroom setting or taking a class or something like that. You know, I think that there's so much undiscovered talent out there. You know, yeah. So yeah, did you guys have any questions or anything? No. All right, so
wow, you guys just want to get into it. Huh?
you want to get into it.
All right.
Now, did they? Are they going to be able to take like a few minutes to kind of get into their?
Of course.
All right, awesome.
Of course. I mean, this whole feed is staying on, so you
Okay.
guys can engage and prepare and whatever you guys have to do. There's
Yeah.
no rush whatsoever.
All right, cool. So, yeah, if you guys want to take a few minutes, maybe kind of spread out anywhere, and
I'd
just
like to see
kind
these
of
different.
go over your scene. Actually, what's in the room to him whenever I will go over the scene first, and then go over the monologue. Cool? So can you guys,
Am I going to be doing monologue?
I guess the scene first? Yeah. Or no, wait, do this.
I have different pants.
Well, then do yours first. Yeah. Do yours first. I think that'd be good. Cool. Yeah, it's like God's calling, right? Yeah, if you can. If you can. That's fine. Yeah.
Do you want to just prop that up for now? For a few minutes since something's happening? Yeah. Maybe just go on there yourself. Tell them we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
And there's like an office in there if you want to go in there for the floor. There's a sauna in there. There's
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back on the live feed. Thank you so much for donating. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
There you go.